So you've understood that you need to go into a fat loss phase. You want a six-pack, you need to go into a fat loss phase. You've tried it. You tried it. It set you, and you got about 4 weeks in. What happened? Start to make a little bit of progress. Scale weight start to drop off. Cool. Yeah, this is going all right. Yes, a little bit challenging, but cool. And we made a bit of progress. And now we don't. And now you don't make progress. The problem is, a lot of you will start out on your journey, and you'll take your calories too low, for one. But the most important thing is you didn't prime your metabolism for fat loss. Do you know why? Because I know how you got to the point of being too fat and above 20% body fat, which is a cardinal sin for a man, by the way. If you got above the point of 20% body fat, it's because you ate too many calories. Now, more than likely, you didn't eat too many calories of nutrient-dense foods. You didn't eat too many calories of red meat or chicken or eggs or salmon or oats or sweet potato or fruit or veg. You didn't eat too much of that to get fat. I know for a fact how you got fat. You ate calorie-sparse foods. You ate literal garbage that had no nutrients but high calorie. The absolute, the worst thing you could possibly do. Because now your body is not used to consuming nutrients. And it's also stored body fat. So now, when we try to get you into a fat loss phase, your metabolism is in the actual bin. You've literally bullied your metabolism into the bin, and when you try to go into a calorie deficit, even with some nutrient-dense foods, the body's like, it just doesn't respond. It's just like a flat pancake. It just doesn't respond to anything, and you're like, this is awful. You're soft, you're fat, you're eating low food, you're not dropping body fat, and you're just in an absolute dire situation as you look in the mirror every morning thinking, well, what do? I'm not hardly eating any food, and I'm still not making any progress. Rest assured, this is what we do. And don't think you're special in this situation. This is most human beings, especially I've coached over 80 people to go from that to a six-pack. So trust me when I say and seen many, many more at that in the start position. Here's the advice which I'm going to give you moving forward. What you are going to do is prime your metabolism for fat loss first. So, and as always, counterintuitive advice is normally the best advice you want to hear. What you're actually going to do is you're going to establish your maintenance calorie target and sit just below it by 200 calories, which is actually going to be more food than you've ever eaten, not from a calorie perspective, but from a nutrient perspective, and also a food volume amount as well. So you're going to set your calories just below maintenance, as we said. You're going to set your protein target to your height in centimeters, because I guarantee you're above 20% body fat. So therefore, 1 gram per pound of body weight of protein isn't really going to serve you. Take your height in centimeters, that's the amount of grams of protein you're going to eat. Fats, you're going to set to 20% of the overall calorie target. And the rest you're going to fill with carbohydrates, which are going to be made up of either oats or potato or fruit. Now, when you're eating your food, you will be like, oh my God, I have not eaten this much food in as long as I can remember. And the reason for that is it's going to be packed full of nutrients. You're going to be eating a full nutrient-dense diet. If you want me to tell you quickly now, meal 1, get some red meat, get some eggs, get some spinach in here. Meal 2, get some oats, get some kiwi, get some banana, get some apple in here, and some raisins. Meal 3, pineapple, raisins, banana. Meal 4, sweet potato, some white meat, avocado, and some more spinach. Meal 5, little snack meal, yogurt, raisins, dark chocolate, done. Make that fit your macros, done. Right, easy meal plan there. But because you're eating that much nutrients, it will feel like you're eating a shit ton of food, but actually you're eating less calories than you were before when you were eating loads of garbage and drinking loads of beers and doing whatever else you people like to do to abuse your body for fun these days. So you're going to feel like you're eating more food than you ever did. Now, it's still going to be counterintuitive advice because you're technically probably not dropping body fat even when you eat this amount. But what we're also going to do is we're going to get you to move a lot more. We're going to get you to use the food and create the demand for the food to be there in the first place. So you're now going to walk 10,000 steps every day. Boom, 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 boom. You're going to add formal cardio in there each and every day. Bang, bang, bang. 20 minutes daily. Do it non-impact. Don't go out running. You're too heavy. You'll just buckle your joints. You'll create injuries. Don't do that. Do like an incline treadmill walk. Heart rate 120 to 130. Obviously, all brand of treadmills are different, so I can't tell you a speed or an incline, but set it to a point where your heart rate is in between those two variables, or use a bike. You're also going to train. I can't stress this enough. You must be resistance training. Every man must be resistance training. It is an absolute cardinal sin to not be resistance training in the gym. At least 3 times a week. At the absolute least. Don't know what program to follow. Keep it simple. go upper body, lower body, upper body. If you're a man watching this, simple, done, do that. Now, you're going to do all of those things, and you're going to run that for 6 weeks straight. You're not going to expect miracles. You're not going to expect fat loss, although you will get some, but let's just save that as an added bonus. What you are going to look to achieve is more strength in the gym, fitter CV health, hit your step count, eat good quality nutrients for 6 weeks straight for the first time in your miserable existence on this earth, and therefore just put your body in an overall healthy position for the first time in a long time. Now at this stage, we've created a demand for a good amount of food to be eaten and a good amount of nutrients. And we've created a demand because we're burning through that nutrients through cardio, steps, and gym. So now when we decide to now make the change, when we decide to go into a more aggressive fat loss phase, your body will respond, which it wouldn't have done at the start. As you well know, you tried, it didn't work. Now you've put your body in a better position. When you start to manipulate the one of two variables, which is either going to be input or output, food or cardio or steps, you're going to then see a drop off. And because you've got the energy, you're still going to train a lot better. Because you train a lot better, you're able to grow and develop some muscle tissue, which also requires more fuel from calories, which also turns your body into more of a furnace. This is why, for people like me, when you get lean and have an all right amount of size, it's so much easier to stay lean. Like, so much. We just cut around day to day, and because we've got an X amount of muscle and we're already lean, our body just burns through calories. So easy to stay lean. And it's so responsive to fat loss. I can diet down on 2,900 calories. Most of you would bulk on that. I can diet down on it. Not a problem. Now, obviously the downside, I have to go into a surplus at a much higher rate than you. So, pick your poison. But what we've done here is we've primed your body for fat loss, so it will respond, so it will drop, so you can get towards your goal. But park that aside as well. What we've also achieved in this first 6 weeks is we've achieved discipline, we've achieved consistency, we've achieved you becoming a proper human being once again. Because you put good quality nutrients in your body, you've moved, you've been active, you've slept a lot better. You've done all the things you should do for your body. Don't blame your body for the fact it's not dropping fat loss in the beginning, because most likely you've abused it for that long. It's not just going to spark into nice, easy fat loss. Most of the time, you need to do some things to it first. So if you're not dropping body fat, you've tried, it's not working, then try the methods I've mentioned to you in this video, and it will work. If you can't try that because of accountability, adherence, and you generally struggle, then come join us at the Gorilla Platoon. If you want to get coached by me, I'll actually take you through this process and get you the results that you see on our Instagram page or here on the YouTube channel as well. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you tomorrow.